My name is Matteo Fabris. I'm a nature filmmaker, and this is my solo journey of Iceland. Whenever I pick up the camera and point at something, it was either windy, raining, or hailing. The elements not agreeing with me or not cooperating with me. I thought that I was getting away from the noise back home. I have this goal where at the end of this project I will get it right. I have to get it right. Curiosity is very dear to my heart. It's something that I've always had since I was a child, probably most of my childhood and teens. I was into art, special effects, filmmaking. So that's something that I've always very passionate about. And so curiosity, exploring, understanding how things work. And so that creative side of me has allowed me to basically pursue my career into filmmaking. I like to treat myself coming out to places like these because it really boosts my creativity and expands my mind and see different things and different, get a feel of nature and landscape, different environments, and that allows my creativity to come up with better ways to film things and come up with just a new perspective on things and new angles and things like that. So yeah, so curiosity, creativity, they're very important traits for me because it's something that I've always had inbuilt, and just can't wait to keep exploring. I just love exploring. Standing here at Iceland's Blue Lagoon, it almost feels like another planet. All around me are these ancient black lava fields, shaped by eruptions that began centuries ago and still haven't really stopped. Iceland is literally pulling itself apart, sitting right on the boundaries between two tectonic plates. The earth here is alive. You can feel it. And that's what makes this place so dramatic. Over a short drive from here, volcanoes on the peninsula have erupted again and again in recent years, sending rivers of molten lava across the landscape and reminding everyone that Iceland is still being built in real time. That unreal blue, almost glowing. The color comes from the silica and minerals suspended in the geothermal water, reflecting the light in a way that feels impossible against the black volcanic rock. As a filmmaker, it's hard not to stop and stare. The contrast is incredible. Fire and water, darkness and light, a landscape created through chaos, somehow becoming calm. And that's Iceland, wild, unpredictable and powerful, but somehow beautifully still all at once. What makes this place even more remarkable is that it's literally being pulled apart. It sits directly between the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates, which slowly drift away from each other every year. The cliffs, cracks and deep fissures stretching across the landscape are evidence of a continent splitting in two. As I walk through this valley, I'm not just stepping through Iceland's history. I'm walking between two continents, to a place where geology and human history collide. It's one of those rare locations where the Earth itself becomes part of the story. As a nature filmmaker, there's so much here for everybody. There's mountains, lakes, rivers, volcanoes, snow, these massive plains of just nothing. This barren, almost Martian look landscape. And it's wow, it's just gorgeous. There's just so much to film, especially when you get to the waterfalls, the sheer power of the waterfalls. Some of them bigger than others. Obviously there's quite a range in terms of size, and they're just beautiful and majestic, and the sound of nature as well, the sound of these waterfalls, you can literally feel the power. And some of them have quite a long dip down. And then there's canyons going through, and the current must be so strong. The water, it's like a washing machine times 10 million. So the current is so strong that if I don't know if there's any marine life, to be honest. I mean, they're quite a roller coaster for them. So, but it's wow. For a filmmaker, yeah, there's just so much to film. It's hard to believe this landscape is alive beneath our feet. Every few minutes, the ground begins to rumble. This geyser has been erupting for centuries. You know something dramatic is about to happen, but you never know the exact second. Pressure builds deep underground, and then without warning, thousands of liters of near boiling water explode more than 20 meters into the air. One moment it's calm and silent, the next it's like the earth takes a breath and erupts. All around me, steam poured from the hillsides and drifted across the valley like smoke from a sleeping giant. What makes this place so remarkable is that the heat comes from deep below the surface, where Iceland sits on one of the most volcanically active regions on Earth. Rainwater seeps underground, is heated by volcanic forces, and then escapes back to the surface as steam in boiling springs. Beneath my feet lies molten rock, the same force that created Iceland and continues to shape it today. The landscape looks calm and peaceful, but hidden below is an immense amount of energy, like a giant natural pressure cooker, constantly releasing steam from the Earth's interior. Standing here with the camera rolling, there's something both beautiful and unsettling about it. You realize nature doesn't need to roar to show its power. Sometimes a whisper of steam is enough. Alright, today we're going to, it's another waterfall. It's about 2.5 hour drive. Hopefully this weather is going to hold off a bit. I don't know, we'll find out when we get there. When I first arrived, I thought it was just another beautiful waterfall. But the more time I spent here, the more I realized this place is really about perspective. Fed by glaciers' melted water, the waterfall plunges more than 60 meters over cliffs that were once Iceland's ancient coastline thousands of years ago. Even today, the landscape is still changing as glaciers retreat, rivers shift, and erosion slowly reshapes the land. What makes this beautiful spot so unique is that you can walk completely behind the waterfall. As a filmmaker, that's what fascinated me the most. The view from the front is spectacular, but the moment you step behind it, everything changes. The light changes, the sound changes, and suddenly you're seeing the same subject from an entirely new angle. It reminded me that creativity often comes from curiosity and being willing to take a few extra steps where others don't. The lesson became even more powerful when I discovered a small waterfall hidden nearby. At first glance, it almost looked insignificant. But after squeezing through a narrow opening in the cliff and walking into the mountain itself, I found this amazing waterfall, concealed inside a cave-like canyon. Standing there surrounded by mist, rock and thunderous water felt like uncovering a secret hidden in plain sight. Places like this expand your mind. They remind you that the most interesting discoveries often aren't the obvious ones. Sometimes all it takes is a different perspective, a little curiosity, and the courage to see what's waiting just around the corner. So why do I film? I love filming. With filming, I just make sense of the world. Basically, the camera gives me a way to process things. It's that channel that I use to process the world. So here in Iceland, it's been absolutely amazing because every time I have reached a destination and quite often it's actually been very overwhelming. Find ways to film, certain angles, certain details of the subject, and it's something that I've always felt very comfortable, very natural. It's less about capturing beauty and more understanding it. The wind, the sounds, the power of nature, and it's been an eye-opener. It's been amazing. The black sand and pebbles beneath my feet were born from ancient volcanic eruptions and slowly ground down over thousands of years by the relentless power of the North Atlantic Ocean. The towering basalt columns were formed as rivers of lava cooled and cracked into geometric shapes, creating one of the most unique coastlines on Earth. But this landscape is far from finished. Every wave, every storm, and every season continues to reshape it. The ever-changing light, the textures, the scale, and the raw power of nature force me to look for new angles, new perspectives, and new ways to tell the story. As a filmmaker, places like this do more than give me something meaningful to film. They challenge the way I see the world, and sometimes the best way to expand your mind is to step into a place that makes you feel small. So because I'm OCD, I'm a control freak, and when I'm filming, I'm exactly the same. I take the same approach, but what I've learned is that it's nothing like that here. So you have zero control over anything. When you're out there in the elements, it is very challenging. So I encountered a lot of problems, especially with setting up the camera, setting up the exposure, the focus. The ISO, and when I was ready to shoot, then the light changed, or the wind picked up, or it started raining, I had to stop, or hailing as well. So, and that threw off my shot. Once you get the shot, though, it's so rewarding. So it's like you hit jackpot. You finally got your shot. But I just have to learn to try to go with it, because if I fight it, if I fight the elements, I'm just not going to get anywhere, because I've realized that Iceland is not very kind to technology because of the cold and the wind and the rain and so on. So I had to be very careful as well, especially with my camera and my drone, always wiping it down, and especially the lens and the control panel of the camera and the drone. So because the last thing that you want is for water to get inside the circuits, because then you won't be able to use your gear anymore, your equipment. So it's been this ongoing battle with the elements, but I'm determined that I will score a goal to even the planes out. Other than that, it's been a phenomenal journey, and just looking forward to just essentially get things right with my camera and my drone, and just get comfortable working with the elements, not against them, but with them.
Vulnerable. Not with that.
I thought that I was just going to come here and breeze through it, but it's proving to be a little bit tricky, and because I'm OCD, I'm so used to having control of everything, and
Yeah.
it's been somewhat challenging trying to keep control, especially when the weather turns. Babe, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's just getting a bit blurry.
Yeah, babe.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm high up, so I don't know if there's much reception here.
So yeah, it must be challenging.
It's just dealing with dealing with tech and dealing with the elements. it's a fight. At the moment, Iceland has an upper hand, has the upper hand on me. It's like 5-0 already. I haven't scored a goal yet. But that's alright. But like I said before, you kind of just have to roll with it. You just have to go with the flow, and just see. Just see. I mean, you're trying to capture all these beautiful images, but you're also trying to make sense of them all. You know, why you're filming them, for what reason. Yep, here he comes. Here he comes. Come on. Turn off. Turn off. Come on. Turn off. So I had a bit of an accident while I was up in the mountain with the drone. Battery started to run out, so I tried to land it while holding my arm or my hand up in the air to grab it. The motor unfortunately failed to switch off, and unfortunately hacked into my index finger. So yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's a first aid kit in this rental car, but yeah, I don't want to show it, but it's nasty. It's nasty enough. Got a bit of a tingly sensation on the tip of my finger, so I'm hoping I don't know what that is. But anyway, I'll find out. But gosh, let's have a look. Should be something here. Oh, bingo. Yes, 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 yes. First aid, safety pack. See what's in here. Oh, there's tape, there's bandages, beautiful, there's everything. I think I've got some water here somewhere. Okay. But he bled a lot, as you can see. He bled a lot. Look at that. That's isn't that something? And people were looking at me. Are you okay? Are you okay? I said, yeah. I guess so. Still got my finger. All right. Oh, here we go. Started bleeding again. As a nature filmmaker, this is what you want. It's wow. It's almost impossible to comprehend its scale. Rising nearly 700 meters above the black sands below. This immense sea cliff has stood here for thousands of years, shaped by volcanic eruptions, advancing glaciers, the relentless forces of nature. Yet, even today, it's still changing. Wind, rain and ice continue to slowly carve away at its towering face, reminding us that nothing in nature is ever truly finished. But what struck me the most wasn't its size, it was the feeling. I completely fell in love with this place. There was something magical and haunting about it. The dark volcanic landscape stretching endlessly into the distance, and the silence that seemed to echo across the plains. So this morning I woke up to this. It's been a while since I've seen snow, probably, gosh, maybe 20, even 25 years ago. So it's been an amazing journey so far in Iceland. It's really hasn't failed to surprise me in any way, shape or form, but it's been an absolute joy to come here. The beginning, of course, was quite a challenge, especially adapting to the environment. So I'm here basically cleaning up my car. As you can see, it's completely covered in snow. I just want to make sure that it's safe on the road. Just a few decades ago, much of this lagoon didn't even exist. As one of Iceland's largest glaciers slowly retreats, enormous chunks of ice break away and drift silently across the water before making their final journey to the Atlantic Ocean. Every iceberg has a story, some containing ice that fell as snow hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. Some of these icebergs wash ashore on the nearby Diamond Beach, where they sparkle against the black volcanic sand like scattered diamonds. It's beautiful, haunting, and constantly changing. A reminder that nature is shaping this place in real time, and no two visits will ever be the same. Cars coming. When you reach the very top of the mountain, there seems to be more ice. Obviously the weather is a lot worse, and so there's more ice, there's more mud, and that ice, especially as you're approaching the corner, you have to be so gentle at low speed, because if you go too fast then you lose the backhand, and then you end up sort of drifting, so you have to be very careful. But that's another challenge that I've encountered here, and yeah, just have to be extra vigilant. You certainly don't want to get distracted when you're up here on these particular roads. Nature doesn't play by your rules. There's no rules. So when you're out there and you're filming panoramic, shot, whether it's waterfalls, the beach, or mountains, if nature decides to work against you, you can't fight it. You just have to roll with the punches. You have to go with it. You have to go with the flow. And quite often, I've actually been surprised many times now where I've been able to capture images that during my pre-planning I would have never thought about. So challenge was thrown against me. I had to think outside the box to go, so how am I going to capture that particular shot in this condition? And then I was able to come up with, inspired because of the challenges, to come up with a different angle or a different, way, or position myself a certain way. And I was able to capture images that I would have never thought about. So that was pretty cool, actually. So I was very inspired, and still am. So whenever I encounter nature working against me, I'm always thinking, oh, cool, what am I going to come up with now? So basically, letting myself go has actually improved my filmmaking skills an awful lot. So instead of sticking within your boundaries, if you actually start stepping outside the box, you'll end up, your mind will actually open up a lot more, and you'll be able to see things a lot better. And so that's been very cool. So here's how I feel in Iceland when I'm in between locations. Those long drives where it's just you, the road, and everything else in your head. The drive's long, long hours, sometimes with nothing around you but empty landscapes or mountains in the distance. And that's when your mind really starts wandering. You start thinking about life back home, about the people you love, and how far away you are from them. But essentially, you're doing what you love, filmmaking. So you're chasing creativity, but it also comes with a price. And I think that every filmmaker who really wants to see the world has to go through that. You leave comfort to find something bigger. So you go to places where it literally stops you in your tracks. And then your job is to take that feeling and translate it onto film. Towering above the black sand beach is one of Iceland's most photographed mountains, rising sharply from the Atlantic Ocean. The landscape is constantly changing. Powerful winds reshape the dunes. Storms redraw the shoreline. The mountain itself was formed millions of years ago by volcanic forces that continue to shape Iceland today. Sitting beneath its shadow is what looks like an ancient Viking village, but surprisingly these buildings were constructed as a film set and never used for their intended production. Nature has slowly reclaimed them ever since. As a filmmaker, it's easy to see why people are drawn here. Between the dramatic peaks, the black sand, and the ever-changing light, every direction feels cinematic. It's one of those rare places where history, myth, and geology all seem to blend into the same frame. So, not just what it looks like, but what it feels like to be there. And so, and that part isn't easy. So, because you're carrying all of it all at once, the beauty outside the window, the pressure to capture it, and everything you're feeling inside your head. It's a lot to take in, but yeah, there's also why you do it. Out here, alone with my thoughts, I've had time to reflect on the people I've lost, the people I love, and the things that truly matter. As a filmmaker, I've learned to embrace uncertainty because some of the best moments happen when things don't go to plan. As As a person, I've learned that growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from putting yourself in new environments, facing challenges head on and trusting that you will find your way through. Somewhere between the mountains, the storms and the silence, I've started reconnecting with myself again. Described as Europe's most powerful waterfall, carrying glaciers meltwater from Iceland's largest ice cap. Every second, tons of water crash over the edge, slowly carving and reshaping this canyon just as they have for thousands of years. What's fascinating is that the landscape here is still changing today. Standing here with the camera surrounded by mist, wind and the relentless roar of the water, you can get a sense of the immense forces that shaped Iceland. This isn't just a waterfall, it's a reminder that the Iceland is still being sculpted by nature in real time. The water crashing over these cliffs began its journey as snow and ice in Iceland's remote Highlands before traveling hundreds of kilometers to reach this point. Over thousands of years, it has been slowly carving its way through layers of ancient volcanic rock, reshaping the landscape one drop at a time. The striking blue-green color comes from glacier meltwater carrying tiny particles of volcanic sediments downstream. In winter, much of the waterfall freezes into giant sculptures of ice, while the river continues flowing beneath. As a filmmaker, that's what I find so fascinating. This isn't a landscape frozen in time, it's a landscape in motion. Every second, every season, every year, continuing a story that began long before any of us arrived to witness it. Its landscapes were shaped by powerful volcanic eruptions, glaciers and relentless weather over millions of years, and they're still changing today. Jagged mountains disappear into low cloud. Mist drifts across endless valleys, and wild Icelandic horses graze beneath skies that seem to change by the minute. Wind, ice and water continue to carve and reshape the land with every passing season. As a filmmaker, it's the constantly shifting conditions that make this place so extraordinary. One moment the mountains are completely hidden, the next they're revealed through a break in the fog. Even Iceland's most photographed mountain felt mysterious as clouds wrapped around its peak. Standing here with the camera, you realize you're not just filming a landscape. You're filming a living, evolving wilderness that never looks the same twice. Well, I'm looking at the trees and I'm looking at the snow and and the way it feels and the way it smells. And this is what I'm going to remember about Iceland. It's the cold, it's the wind, the snow, the landscape, and the feel of peace, inner peace. Because when I'm out there filming, I'm at peace with myself and nothing else matters. I wish that my wife was here with me, but she doesn't like the cold. So it's just been a fascinating journey. I absolutely loved it. I can't wait to do it again. And I think it's important that we all find that inner peace, because connecting with earth, connecting with nature, it's very important. We're all so busy, you know, living our lives in the city that we forget about, you know, our backyard. So if you haven't been to Iceland, it's a must to come and experience all this. Till next time.